Welcome back to the BookEnds YouTube channel. It's our first filming of 2020, which is pretty exciting. So we are going to just launch right into probably what's going to turn into a rant.
Oh!
I don't think we've had one of those in a long time.
We certainly haven't had one yet in 2020. I mean, not on video.
Not on video. Yeah, so we want to talk about exclusives, specifically why we don't like them.
The way we hate them.
Yes, and authors, we don't feel authors should do exclusives in most cases.
Do you know that there was a time many years ago when this subject came on and I was on a panel at a conference?
Oh, no.
And it would be amazing if anybody who was in that audience actually watched this.
This is a comment.
But there was a disagreement between
with you.
And another agent.
Oh, no.
And it got heated. Let's just say.
Yikes.
Yeah, so I definitely have an opinion about agents asking for exclusives and authors giving exclusives to agents.
So an exclusive is when you're querying,
Yes.
you are sending your book only to one agent, exclusively.
Yeah, and usually an exclusive happens upon request. So typically you will be told query widely. But on occasion, there might be certain agents who do this regularly. There might be just one who does it for a particular reason, who will, from your query, request the material exclusively, which means that you will send them your manuscript and you will agree that you're not going to send it to any other agent until you hear back from this agent.
Which is not nice.
It's
to put it plainly.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, so as an author, I mean, you are already at the beck of someone else's timeline. So to limit yourself to one person's timeline before you can send out to other agents is ludicrous.
Ludicrous, because you're actually hiring these people.
Right.
So for them to say, you have to, I mean, can you imagine doing a job interview and calling the employer and saying, okay, well, I'll come in for the interview, but only if you will agree that you're not going to interview anybody else.
Right.
Until we've spoken, but I'm not going to actually have a chance to come in for 3 weeks.
Right.
And then when I do, you need to give me a week to consider it, and then I'll let you know if I want to accept your job.
Yeah, and I mean, there's a lot of excitement that comes from getting an agent request in the first place. So I'm sure there are a ton of authors that feel, okay, well, an agent's interested. Yeah, of course you can see it. You could be the only one. But it is limiting you, and it's unfair to you in the fact that...
You're so calm about this. I'm like, wild.
Someone's got to balance it out. No, it's unfair to authors that you're not able to survey all of the agents and get your query out there and really maximize your chances in getting your book into an agent's hand, into a publisher's hand, on shelves to achieve your dreams. So it's just not fair to you.
Listen, you're hiring an agent. You're the person that's going to be paying the agent,
yeah.
Which means you have the right to explore all possibilities.
Right. You don't buy the first car you see.
Right. Like, so for example, James has big plans for remodeling the office. And when those plans come to fruition and I hire a contractor, I'm not going to just talk to one and instantly hire that person. I am going to interview and get estimates from multiple contractors and make the decision on the best price and the contractor that I think is going to work best with me and my vision James's vision for the office. The same should be true of an agent. When you finally get that offer of representation, you should have the opportunity to explore all possibilities.
Yes.
You should have the opportunity to give as many agents a chance to offer as you want, and then to interview them all and decide which agent is going to be the best fit for you. And that's something we're going to discuss in another video, how to make that decision.
Yeah, and I mean, we've talked about this on the channel before too, but it's sort of making that switch in hats, taking the author hat off and putting your business hat on.
Right.
Because this, from a business standpoint, it's just unfair. Like you said, you wouldn't do that with a contractor, you wouldn't do that with a car dealership, you just wouldn't do it. So limiting yourself in that way, it's just not fair and wise business practice on your end.
And what enrages me about the entire thing...
It's a little entitled.
It's really entitled. Like,
yes.
For an agent to think, like, you're going to hire me and I want to control the situation is wrong. I mean, it really is. I think there's an exception.
Revisions.
Revisions are an exception.
Yes.
If you've had a phone conversation, if the agent has gone to the effort of writing you an extensive letter, if you've agreed that you're going to do revisions to give the agent a chance to reconsider the work,
yes,
I think that an exclusive in that situation is acceptable.
And it's fair, and it's logical and ethical.
Right.
You're not.
But you've
limiting
also
yourself.
already had a conversation with the agent before you've given the exclusive, so you already have a sense whether you could work together.
And I think it's fair that if that book really is stronger now, if that's like they were right, if they nailed that project, you're still going out on a limb. It's still a chance. It's fair to say, well, you can have this as an exclusive for a certain amount of time.
Correct.
And that certain amount of time can vary. I mean, again,
but
that's where
set a time.
Yes, set a time when you send it, and that can vary depending on how much you actually want to work with the agent, of course. But it could be anywhere from 2 weeks to a month.
Yeah.
No.
I'd probably 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that I should be able to read something, especially since I've already read it. I'm not really needing to read the entire thing. I just need to read to see if the revisions work.
Right.
So I can just skim it as an agent, and I should be able to get to that in 2 weeks and get my response to you. But I would say 2 to 3 weeks. But you need to set that, and you need to tell the agent that, okay, I'm sending this back to you on an exclusive. This is the time I'm giving you. And you also need to be ready to say, hey, just so you know, the exclusive is up. I'm now going to continue submitting. You don't need to give them more time.
Right.
My feeling on exclusives, besides that it's entitled and unfair to the author, and a little scammy, and
tell me how you really feel.
I think it's terrible. But my other feeling about them is, you totally made me lose my train of thought.
I didn't do anything. So much of querying is out of your control, and giving up what little control you do have it's unfair to you. So we evidently highly suggest against it. And
I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Oh, here's what I was going to say. If an agent who has not done revisions with you reaches out on a query and says, I'm interested, please send your manuscript on an exclusive basis, I think it's absolutely within your right, and actually what you should do is respond, send the manuscript and say, unfortunately, I'm unable to send this as an exclusive. I hope you enjoy it. I look forward to hearing from you. If the agent is interested enough, they will still read it.
Yes.
If they refuse to read it unless they have an exclusive,
it's probably not someone you want to work with in the first place.
Probably not someone you want to work with, because they're trying to control you.
Yeah.
And
your career and your decisions.
And my other thing about this is, do you really want to work with somebody who seems unwilling to fight hard enough to go up against the possibility of losing you to another agent?
Right. That's occupational hazard for us.
It is. I mean, we all offer, no matter how long you've been in this business, you offer on books, and the author decides that for whatever reason you're not the best.
And there are many different possible reasons.
This is a very personal, close relationship, the author-agent relationship. And so finding the right person is important, and the right person for you is not necessarily the right person for your critique partner. It's all different. But I think that if you say no to an exclusive and an agent decides they don't want to read it, they weren't the right agent for you. They weren't enthusiastic enough anyway.
Yeah.
And I think saying no is not likely to hurt you. The agent should be willing to fight for you.
Right. So there's our 2 cents. We hope that was helpful.
It might have been 5 cents.
It was definitely $1. We hope that was helpful. And if you have any more questions on this, feel free to let us know in the comments. We'll answer what we can. Like, subscribe, and
follow.
Turn on notifications.
Yeah, subscribe, because we're going to do another video on how to choose the agent when you have that opportunity. So.
Yes. So good luck.
Bye-bye.